Ren was a world-class PUBG player. He had mastered every strategy, memorized every bullet drop, and knew the terrain of every map better than his own neighborhood. In the final match of an international tournament, he had one enemy left. He lined up the shot with surgical precision, holding his breath. Just before he clicked, the screen froze. Server corrupted, connection terminated. A soft sound echoed in his ears, the flutter of a parachute. Then blackness. He opened his eyes to a real sky. Blue, vast, endless. He wasn't in his room. He wasn't in a game. He was falling. Hundreds of parachutes surrounded him, descending silently toward a sprawling island below. No one screamed. No one spoke. But every pair of eyes seemed fixed on the same thing. The ground. He hit the dirt hard. Grass scratched his arms. Real grass. The smell of smoke and metal hit his nose. He dashed to the nearest building, heart pounding. Inside was a gun. A Scar L resting against the wall like it had been waiting for him. It was heavy, cold, real. There was no HUD, no minimap, no ammo count. Only silence. A whisper tickled his ears. "We remember you, but if death forgets you, so will you." He froze. He searched buildings. He found bullets, vests, scopes, all too real. Then in one building, a loot crate sat waiting. He opened it. No gun, just a note. "Choose wisely. Every choice touches your memory." He turned around. A girl stood in the doorway, aiming a pistol at his chest. Her hands trembled. "Are you the legend? The one they called Ren?" Before he could answer, crimson letters began to etch themselves on the wall behind her. "Only one will return. The others remain forever in record." The girl looked confused, afraid. He lowered his weapon, unsure. Was she real? Or just another trap? The sky darkened. The blue zone arrived, but it didn't just damage, it consumed. Not flesh, not armor, but memories. When Ren crossed into it for a few seconds, something slipped away, his mother's voice, gone. A man walked past him, untouched, smiling. "What do you remember now?" Ren couldn't answer. He stumbled into a cave. Quiet, cold, safe for a moment. But something was wrong. Footsteps echoed, but not from anyone nearby. They were mirrored. Recorded, like the island was playing back what had happened before. On the walls were carved words. "We became the game. Control no longer crouches you. No mouse, only mind. And finally, when you're down to the last 10, you're no longer yourself." A supply crate dropped nearby. Ren opened it. No gun, just a mirror. He looked into it, and his face started to glitch. Not his skin, not his body, his identity. Data fragments shimmered behind his eyes. "Your reality file is breaking. To repair it, win." A creature emerged behind the crate. Humanoid, glitching, flickering between pixels and flesh. Its face, once human, now overwritten. "You took my spot, now I take yours." Ren ran. The creature didn't follow. It didn't need to. It had already entered his mind. Every encounter after that grew stranger. Players who didn't blink, ones who didn't bleed. Faces were missing. Voices sounded like recordings played backward. The zone shrank. 8 remained. He found high ground, set up his scope, tried to breathe, but his hands shook. Not from fear, from fading. He was forgetting what he was fighting for. Why he had come here. Why he was named Ren. In the center of the map stood a massive building, untouched, glowing faintly. He entered. On the door was a message, "Memory file access, only one slot remaining." Inside, rooms, empty, silent, still. But each room flickered with an image. Childhood laughter, a soccer game, a friend's betrayal, the first time he won a match. "Are these the people I killed?" he whispered. "Or the people I used to be?" He found a hidden corridor. A single crate waited. Inside it, not a weapon, a monitor. On the screen, "Do you want to exit?" "Yes." "Survive." He stared. There was no cursor, only the room, the crate, and the silence. Then the door slammed open. 5 players entered, all faceless. Except one. The girl from before. But now her face was his. "You're the winner, Ren," she said calmly. "But what if I was part of you all along?" He raised his weapon. So did she. But in that moment, he saw it in her eyes. A flicker of memory, one he hadn't lost. She wasn't just part of him. She was the version of himself that refused to survive. Gunfire erupted, no screams, no cries. just code. The world froze. The sky cracked like glass. He stood alone. A giant tower rose in the distance. A beacon. From its peak, a single phrase blinked in red. Upload successful. New instance ready. A portal appeared. Before stepping through, another prompt hovered in midair. You survived. But are you still you? He stepped forward. Then he opened his eyes. A keyboard under his fingers, a glowing screen. Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. But in the top left corner, a new mode was listed, Mind Loop, Victor's Instance. His name was already loaded in. In the bottom right, a photo, his own face, but under it, in use by system.